Hi everyone, I hope you had a great week. Today's Bible Devo is about letting God define you and not others. Some of you may or may not have seen that, I think it was about a day ago, where she posted a thing by Toby Mac that said David's brothers saw shepherd, God saw king. Let God define you and not others. Now, if you're not familiar with the story of David, then I strongly encourage you to go read 1 Samuel 16, verses 1 to 13, where he is made king. You see, David's father and brothers just saw him as a shepherd boy because of his outward appearance. And that's what man looks at. That's what people look at. People look at your outward appearance instead of your heart. And that's what God looks at. He looks at your heart. He doesn't care about what you look like on the outside. He cares about your heart. Is it positioned right? And that's how he saw a king. Because David had a good heart. So God saw a king. Exodus 4 talks about Moses, where God qualified him to do his calling. If you're not familiar with the story of Moses, please go read it. And I'm coming from the New King James Version. And you know how we are, including Moses, we're always making excuses to not do God's work. Moses' excuse was that he was slow of speech and slow in tongue. Here's what God had to say to him. And this is in verse 11. Who has made man's mouth? Or who makes the mute, the deaf, the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what you shall say. And then Moses was like, Oh my Lord, please send by the hand of whomever else you may send. And then God got all angry against Moses. And so, no. More or less he said, no. I want you to go. This is for you to do. So God qualifies the called, not the other way around. And God's the best qualifier that we could ever have. And when you accept God's calling on your life, that's letting God define you. But we can also still allow the opinions of other people, the opinions of the world. I mean, this world is crazy enough. It wants to instill fear. But God wants you to instill hope, love, faith. All the things of which of Him are good. In Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. It says, the fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe. Plain words, you listen to man and what they say you can do, what you can't do, what you're qualified to do, what you're not qualified to do. It's going to bring you down. And it's going to bring you trouble. But if you block out what man says and only incline your ear to God, then you will be defined more by God and not others. I want you to be encouraged. What people think of you doesn't matter. It only matters what God says who you are, and His thoughts of you are for good, not for harm. And He has plans for you for a hope and a future. So let God define you and not others. Until next time, take care and God bless.